I'm Dr. Dave Janda. Welcome back to our ongoing Operation Freedom Health and Wellness series featuring one of the top nutritional experts in our country, if not the world, Brett Bashawaty. We've covered a number of different issues, and every time Brett and I do a video, I hear back from you, our listeners. And here's what you say. First of all, I had been told by my doc that there's nothing I could do at home or nutritionally to make a difference for my health. And number two, well, in watching Brett and listening to Brett, he takes really complex issues and he breaks them down so that I not only understand them, but I get action points of what I can do. And number three, they work. Imagine that. Right. So one of the big issues that people go to the doc for these days is, Doc, I have no energy. I'm wiped out all the time. And I just can't. I just can't get on the other side of this. And the doc usually says, well, there's not much you can do about that. Or, take a multivitamin. Okay. That's not the case, folks. So today what we're going to do is we're going to delve into the nutritional support for the unsung hero of your energy with Brett Bashawaty. Now, as I mentioned, he's one of the top nutritional experts in the country, if not the world. He took over as CEO of a fantastic company by the name of Good Herbs 20 years ago and expanded the company's vision by developing a platform called My Total Nutrition. Brett has over 40 years of experience in product development and manufacturing, and Brett has played a pivotal role in advancing natural health products based, and here's the key, on clinically verified, science-based research. And he's brought that to OperationFreedomHealth.com, which is a site that has tremendous content and information that you can consume and should consume daily for your health and wellness. It's my honor and pleasure to reintroduce Brett Bashawaty. Brett, welcome back.
Oh, thanks for having me, Dr. Janda.
All right, boost our energy, Brett. Go for it.
Yeah, so it's actually simple. Believe it or not, the way our bodies were intended, the body was intended to supply its own adrenaline, its own energy. And how does the body do that? It does that by your adrenal glands. So your adrenal glands sit on your kidneys. Mm-hmm. So those people that are not familiar with the adrenal glands, they sit on your kidneys and they're a part of the endocrine system. Now that is very important because everything is connected. Everything is related when we are looking at holism. Nothing is individualized. So it's also part of the HPA axis, and that stands for hypothalamus pituitary adrenals. And this is our axis that helps when we are entered into stress. Stress of life enters, and this could be marital stress, it could be financial stress, it could be political stress. This is stress that enters into us, and the HPA axis, also known as the stress axis, goes into work and starts handling that stress. Now, the problem is when we're looking at the adrenal glands, mm-hmm. it releases two very specific hormones. It releases adrenaline, mm-hmm. and it also releases cortisol. Mm-hmm. Now, cortisol and adrenaline are very important, right? Mm-hmm. Because the adrenaline gives us our energy. The cortisol helps our metabolism. It actually fuels our sex drive. So especially middle-aged people that have low libido probably have very, very fatigued adrenal glands. It also stabilizes our blood pressure levels. So if we have constant stress going on, what happens is cortisol is just shot out over and over and never stops. And one of the signs that we have an overabundance of cortisol is it stores fat. Mm-hmm. So we have a skinny person that has like that spare tire around their midsection. That is overproduction of cortisol because stress of life is just pounding on them and the body never stops. It's just trying to handle that stress. When it's working properly, cortisol is also very prevalent to reduce inflammation. So these people that have high inflammation, well, if I have too much cortisol just pounding, that can also start creating inflammation, and it can be a really, really bad problem. So your adrenal glands need multiple different nutrients. It needs vitamin C, it needs vitamin E, it needs your B vitamins, it needs magnesium, calcium, it needs iodine, it needs selenium, it needs a lot. You're like, holy cow. Well, we made this really easy for you. So get the basic foundation. Our Healthy Foundation Pack not only gives you every nutrient that I laid out in recipes that the body can absorb and assimilate, plus we give you extra for a whole body nutritional foundation pack. That's why it's called the Healthy Foundation Pack. Let's say our adrenal glands are overtaxed and they are completely run down. So some of these signs would be, I go get a great night's sleep for 8 hours. I wake up, I am so exhausted still. I can't get my day going until I have my 3 cups of coffee. Okay. Other signs would be irritability. If people are really irritable, that is a lot of times adrenal fatigue going on. If I have no energy any time of the day, that would be another sign. Another really big one is, those are kind of the main ones. There's a few more, but let's not get into all that. So if I am dealing with adrenal fatigue, and especially what we see, if I drink high amounts of caffeine, caffeine really does a number on the adrenal glands. So then the adrenal glands get overtaxed, and then we keep going down. What you'll see is, to supercharge this energy, in sports drinks, you see this a lot in these energy drinks that are out there. They add caffeine, but then they also add another herb called guarana. When these two are added together, they supercharge your energy. By supercharging your energy, they're hijacking the body and they're giving you fake energy. So then you have this unstable energy where you got the shakes and you're talking really fast. Well, those really beat down the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands then say, you know what? You're supplying your own energy. You don't need me anymore. So they just completely shut down. So here's how we can combat this. First, we take all the nutrients that I laid out. The easiest and most effective way is the Healthy Foundation Pack. Then, to minimize extra inflammation that causes more stress on the body, we eliminate the 12 bad foods. Then we have a great herbal product called Good Herbs Adrenal Health. It's one of my all-time favorite products we've developed. It only has 3 herbs in it: Chinese licorice, holy basil, and royal jelly. These herbs are not stimulants. They actually nourish and feed the adrenal glands. So here's what's so cool about this. I can wake up in the morning. I can take my adrenal health. I recommend taking 3 milliliters. First thing in the morning. You can mix it with your favorite juice or whatnot. You take that. I have sustained energy, calming energy throughout the day. I can function. My mental focus and alertness increases, and I never get tired, but I don't get that caffeine guarana rush. I don't get the shakes, and I'm over exerting myself. Then if you need a little extra...
Now, Brett, on that adrenal support, is that something you can take every day?
Every day.
And can you take that?
You don't have to cycle it.
Okay, so you don't have to cycle. So in other words, you can take it every day. You don't have to, if you're going to stay on it for a month or two, you don't have to take a break from it.
You do not. This is one you can take every single day, 365 days of the year. And again, what's beautiful is these 3 compounds, there is no stimulant. So we're not stimulating the adrenals. No. We are nourishing it. And I'm going to prove this to you. Then, if you need a mid-afternoon pickup, you can take it again. Again, you get sustained calming energy. I can't stress the calming energy. You just can go, you're calm, you're not over excited. Then before you go to bed, so your adrenal glands are the most active at 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. So they're very active. So before you go to bed, give a little extra nourishment. If you want a really good night's sleep, you can take 3 milliliters of adrenal health just before bed, and you will sleep really, really good. So like when I want a really good night's sleep, I will take the hypothalamus support, which is part of the HPA axis. I'll take the hypothalamus support and the adrenal health together, and that helps with my sleep-wake rhythm, and I can just sleep straight for 8 hours. I don't get up at all. I just sleep really good. And then in the morning, you take your adrenal health in the morning along with your foundation pack, eliminate the 12 bad foods, and you will be amazed how quickly you can restore the body's ability to produce its own energy. You do not have to rely on an outside force like caffeine, because the body is now producing its own energy, exactly the way nature and God intended it to do.
Full disclosure, when I first started on the foundation pack, I not only had the arthritis problem, but I had the hypertension issues, and I was on a hypertensive med. And I went on the foundation pack, and I found that I could, within about a month, I was off not only my anti-inflammatory medications, but I was off my hypertensive medication, right? And I found my, stress and the like, I would be in normal range, but a little on the higher end of normal. And I talked to Brett, and Brett said, "Why don't you add the adrenal support?"
Yeah.
Down another level. And I've taken it for years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so have I. And if you get, let's say and you're waking up around 3-4 o'clock in the morning all the time, here's what you do. That is an exhausted adrenal glands. Because remember, they're firing. That's the time they fire. You take your bottle of adrenal health, put it on your nightstand. When you wake up, you just take 3 squirts, boom, 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 go back to sleep. I pretty much can guarantee after 3 or 4 nights of doing that, all of a sudden you're not waking up at 4 o'clock anymore. Mm-hmm. And because now those adrenal glands are getting nourished, they can function properly, and they're not firing and waking you up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
All this information is on OperationFreedomHealth.com. You mentioned briefly the Foundation Pack. Foundation Pack can also be found at OperationFreedomHealth.com. The Foundation Pack is composed of what components, Brett?
Yeah, so this is an awesome pack. All the research that was done on this pack, all the clinical validation that is done. I just heard that we have now had over 10 million people take this pack for the last 25 years. I'm really excited with just great testimonies. In this pack, you're going to get the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, the OsteoFX, the plant-derived minerals, and your omega-3. This then provides us of all 90 essential nutrients, 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, and 2 essential fatty acids to give the body what it needs to not only deal with the stress of life every single day, but also the raw materials so it can fix and heal itself the organic way, just like nature and God intended it to do.
So in summary, from an energy standpoint, we get rid of the 12 bad foods. We do have that video on the website, free, Operation Freedom Health at the very top.com. We add the Foundation Pack, and we add the adrenal support.
Yep.
And voila, we're the Energizer Bunny.
We are the Energizing Bunny in an organic way, allowing the body to produce its own energy, no stimulants, and you should see a noticeable difference within 48 to 72 hours. It goes very quickly. You don't have to give up your cup of coffee, but like there's an LD50 for everything, lethal dose. So if we are drinking 3-4 cups of coffee a day, that's too much caffeine. That is beating down the body. You can have 1 or 2 cups with no problem because it is a great antioxidant. Coffee is believed. There are some benefits to it. We just don't want to do it excessively. Mm-hmm. And what we also want to do is drink it because you enjoy it. Mm-hmm. Don't drink it because you have to drink it for energy.
Right.
Allow the body to produce its own adrenaline, and we can do this by giving it the Foundation Pack with a little bit of support, specific herbs for the adrenal glands.
Okay, Brett. Now, folks can. There's a tremendous amount of information and educational materials on OperationFreedomHealth.com. The products we discuss, full disclosure, purchase of the products does benefit this platform, so we can continue this video series. The products are all available at OperationFreedomHealth.com. And we also have a great support staff. If folks have questions, they can get in touch with the support staff. If the support staff does not have the answer immediately for them, you get involved. And in fact, they can set up a free private discussion with you, correct?
That is correct. If they want to kind of figure out exactly a personalized protocol or program for them using the nutritional pack and the herbal products we have, they are welcome to, for free of charge, as long as they are participating in Operation Freedom Health. They can do it free of charge, and we can outline a personal pack for them.
And you also put out a video format series during the week free of charge for those that are members at OperationFreedomHealth.com that have purchased products through Operation Freedom. Very good.
So they can join us for our continuing education every Thursday morning. Topics are at the top of Operation Freedom Health. They also get, here's another big thing that a lot of people love. We send out continuing education emails on subjects and on products. So these emails, you can get extra education and data on the product line, which is pretty extensive on the Operation Freedom Health platform. You can go under the categories. You'll see we have lots of products up there, but everything starts and ends with the foundation pack. So we build a great, strong foundation for the human body. Everything else is just an add-on, and you get real results. And you can then be one of our next testimonies.
Brett Bashawaty, I'd like to thank you for everything you have done, are doing, and will do. You can join all of us at OperationFreedomHealth.com. Until next time, Dave Janda signing off. Dream big and dare to fail. Thanks for your time today.